Welcome to Saturday Night Pit Fight, presented by Curving Out MTG. Today we have a great matchup in store with the partner pair of Yoshimaru, Ever Faithful, and Tana the Bloodsower in the blue corner, piloted by Garrett. This deck focuses on an aggressive strategy utilizing legendary creatures to power up Yoshimaru and swing in. His opening hand consists of Selfless Spirit, Windswept Heath, Elegant Parlor, Mary, Esquire of Rohan, Samut, Vizier of Noctamoon, Pyrokinesis, and Theoden, King of Rohan. In the red corner, we have Slimefoot and Squee, piloted by Dawson. This deck focuses on an aggressive strategy utilizing Slimefoot and Squee's ability to reanimate itself and another creature to keep pushing the attacks. His opening hand consists of Yavimaya Hollow, Mount Doom, Mawloc, Dark Confidant, Fury, Orcish Bowmasters, and Bloodstained Mire. Let round one begin. Alright, let's roll. Let's see who goes first.
Let me grab my weighted die really quick.
5, 3. I did it. Man, I feel accomplished in life right now. I will start us off here. Play this Bloodstained Mire. Crack it. Find a underground mortuary. Tap. I will surveil one. Ooh. I'm going to put Birthing Pod in the bin. Sad to see it go, but I'll pass the turn after that.
I'd be interested to see the decision tree that led to that. Draw. Oh, that's funny. It's really funny. Yeah. I think I'm going to play an Elegant Parlor tapped and surveil one. I'll leave this on top. Go ahead.
Alright, untap. Draw. And play Yavimaya Hollow. And I'm going to tap 2 for Dark Confidant, the creepiest little over-the-shoulder guy you can find. And I'll pass.
Draw. That card. Let's see. I'm going to play a Windswept Heath. Tap the Elegant Parlor to bring out Yoshi. And I think I just passed the turn there.
Untap, or I will reveal. Elvish Spirit Guide, I'll take 3. Put that in my hand, I'll draw for turn. I'll play Mount Doom for turn.
Just keep hurting yourself, aren't you?
Yep, I'm gonna take my own life in this game, don't worry. I'm going to exile Elvish Spirit Guide. Black, red, cast Slimefoot and Squee. On ETB, I will make a little mushroom friend.
Indeed you do.
And then I will pass it over to you.
I will untap. Upkeep. Oh, before I untap, do you mind if I crack?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm a nice guy.
Appreciate the generosity.
Like Obi-Wan Kenobi, I know what's happening. We will fetch the sacred foundry.
Save the life since you're killing yourself.
It's my job.
I'm not gonna fight you for that. I don't know, maybe I will. We'll see what happens. Okay. Now, untap, upkeep, and draw. I will tap 2 for a Marry Esquire of Rohan. Trigger Yoshi.
Yes.
And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch Samut, Vizier of Nakamun, or something resembling. I'm pitching Samut to cast Pyrokinesis for its alternate casting cost, targeting 3 damage to Slimefoot and 1 to your Sapperling.
Ooh. I don't appreciate that, but it will go through. And I will sadly put Slimefoot back in the command zone.
Sweet. I will go to combat and swing. He's a 2/1.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'll let you kill yourself on that. I will move through combat and go to second main. I'll play a commercial district as my land for turn. I will bin a Mana Tithe and pass the turn.
Untap, draw. Never not punished. I'll play. Oh, sorry, I forgot to reveal. I revealed Dryad Arbor. I take nothing.
Yep.
Then I draw.
Yep.
We all make mistakes out here, sadly. I will play the Dryad Arbor for turn.
Okay.
I will then tap a black to cast Fatal Push, targeting Yoshimaru.
Yep, that results.
I will tap 3, paying 1 to cast Mawlock. X equals 1, so it enters +1/+1 counter on it, and I'll have it fight Marry Esquire of Rohan on its ETB trigger, Terror from the Deep.
Mary dies.
And then just because I can, I'll move to combat. I'll hit you for 2
I'm getting bobbed.
with the Sketchy Advisor, and I'll pass.
Draw. Carpulli's. Blah words. Carpulli's and Forest. English is hard, man.
It is.
I think I'm just gonna run it back. 3 for Yoshi. And I just passed the turn there.
Untap. Dark Confidant trigger. I reveal Grist. I don't like taking 3 damage, but I'll draw for turn. I will play this flip lamp for on the Sear Step Pathway side. And then I'm going to tap 1 for a Llanowar Elves. And I will sadly tap for 3, pinging myself for another one to cast Grist. Enter with 3 loyalty. And then I will +1 Grist to make a black and green insect. combat and...
Wait. Build a card to Grist.
Oh, you are correct. It is Lelia, the Blade Reforged. Not an insect, so I don't keep going. Thank you, Judge, for that catch. I will then move to combat. And I'll swing Dark Confidant again.
Man, this guy's stalking me.
I mean, he's creepy. It's kind of what he does. I'll pass.
He's an odd fellow. Untap, upkeep, draw. He'd laugh if he saw my hand.
You just gotta hold steady for a little bit.
Yeah, you're hurting yourself, which is the only way I'm even remotely doing anything. But we'll Grist's minus ability is sack a creature, and how does he remove exactly?
-2, you may sacrifice a creature. When you do, destroy target creature or planeswalker.
Just straight up.
Just a little loaded insect gun out here.
Yeah, I think I just have to buy myself time, unfortunately. So I am going to exile Theoden and evoke Fury, targeting all 4 damage at Grist.
Target creature or planeswalker?
Yep.
Alright. Grist is no more.
Fury sacrifices himself to his evoke trigger, and then 2 white and 1, and I'll cast Brimaz. Vigilant 3/4 cat soldier. It's cats and dogs, brother. Whenever he attacks, I'll create a 1/1 white cat soldier creature token with vigilance that's attacking. Whenever he blocks, I create a 1/1 with vigilance that's blocking whatever he blocks.
Okay, cool.
Pass the or Yoshi trigger and then pass the turn.
Okay. I will untap. Dark Confidant trigger. It's a land, Overgrown Tomb. I will draw for turn. Interesting. I'll actually shock in the Overgrown Tomb. Continue this trend of murdering myself here. And then going to go green. Green. And 1. Cast Eldritch Evolution, sacrificing my insect.
So finding something with CMC 2 or less.
Yes.
Sure you don't want to tap your Mount Doom for that? Keep the trend going?
No, I do value my life just a little bit.
You could have fooled me.
Alright, with the Eldritch Evolution, I am finding Scrounging Deathclaw, which is a Tarmogoyf.
Well, now I'm sad.
Card types in graveyards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6.
That's a healthy number.
Exile Eldritch Evolution.
Still 6.
Do you have a sorcery in your graveyard?
I do not.
Okay, so then it is 5. Still, a big guy.
Yeah, pretty good for, what, effectively 3 mana?
Mm-hmm. And then I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Tap up, keep draw. That was a good top deck. 1 red and 3 for Headliner Scarlet. ETBs, target player can't block this turn. Target you, Yoshi trigger. Go to combat and that will be 9 damage.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, and 10 damage. You get a cat coming at you.
Yeah, good play. Let's move on to round 2. Garrett's opening hand consists of Flagstones of Trocaire, Brimaz, King of Oreskos, Yoshimaru, Hound of Konda, Tajik, Legion's Edge, Clifftop Retreat, City of Brass, and Wooded Foothills. Dawson's opening hand consists of Mountain Doom, Blightstep Pathway, Woodland Cemetery, Urza Saga, Elves of Deep Shadow, Command Tower, and Pyrokinesis. Let round 2 begin. Play Command Tower. I will tap Command Tower for 8 Elves of Deep Shadow. And I'll pass.
Draw. I'll go Scalding Tarn, and I'll crack it, going down to 19. I'll get a Plateau. Tap that for Yoshi, and then I'll shuffle up. If that's good, I will pass the turn.
Untap.
Would you like to
Yes.
cut?
Here you go.
Appreciate it.
Draw. I will play Mountain Doom for turn. I will tap 3, paying 2 life to cast Slimefoot and Squee. And then on ETB, I will make a sack. And I will pass it on over to you.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play Flagstone of Tracair. Trigger Yoshimaru.
Good.
Then I will tap it, and I will cast Yoshimaru, Hound of Konda. Trigger Yoshi.
A little pack of dogs over there, man.
Yes, sir.
That's insane.
And I will pass the turn there.
Untap. Draw. I will play Urza Saga for land for turn. We'll be on mode chapter 1. Then I will tap 3 for a Broadside Bombardiers.
Yep.
I will move to Mortal Combat. I will swing with Slimefoot and Squee and the Broadside Bombardiers.
You have an attack trigger.
Yes. Attack trigger. I will make a Saproling. Moving to blocks.
Moving to blocks.
I will activate the boast. I will sacrifice my Saproling to do 2 damage.
To Yoshimaru.
Yoshimaru.
So Yoshimaru will die. Good to move to blocks.
Good move the blocks.
I will block the Bombardier.
It has menace.
Or you are correct. Tricky. Sneaky. Yeah, I'll take the 5.
Okay, perfect. And then I will pass the turn to you.
Tap up, keep draw. I'll play a Clifftop Retreat. And I will tap 3 for Tajik, Legion's Edge. Haste Mentor, prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures I control. And then I can have him gain first strike.
Trigger on Yoshimaru.
Trigger Yoshi. I will go to combat and swing both at you. The Mentor trigger will fizzle because Yoshi's bigger than Tajik.
I will block my Saproling here.
Okay.
So I will take 3.
And I will move through second main and pass the turn over to you, sir.
Perfect. Alright. Tap. Draw. This will move to chapter 2. Feeling real fancy with my saga. I will play Bloodstain Mire for turn. I will crack it. Hang life. And then I'll find a commercial district with field tapped. I'll surveil 1. I'll bend the duress. Okay. Moving to attacks.
Yep.
I will swing Slimefoot and Squee, my Broadside Bombardiers, and my Elves of Deep Shadow. I'll trigger Slimefoot and Squee and make a Sapperling token. Moving to blocks, I'll activate Boast. I will sacrifice my Sapperling to do 2 damage to Tajik.
Yep, Tajik will die. And I will be unable to declare blocks, so that will be 6.
Yes.
Go down to 8.
That's the turn.
Tap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play Wooded Foothills. I'm going to crack it. Oh, bottom card. Taiga.
It's always the bottom, man. Always the bottom.
Very last card in the deck. Cards in hand.
4.
I'm 3 mana up.
Yes.
Okay, let's just see what we've got here. Green and a red for Ruby Daring Tracker. Trigger Yoshi. Tap red and 1. Feldenrome Excavator. Trigger Yoshi. And I think I just go to combat here and swing out at ya. She gets +2/+2 because I control a creature with power 4 or greater.
9, 11.
Yes.
I'll go down to 3. Hanging on by my hair, my chin. Jeez.
If you didn't kill Tajik there,
Yeah.
I would have. I was doing the math. I was like, oh, maybe. Yeah, that's it for my turn.
Alright. I will untap, draw, go to chapter 3. I will float the colorless, and I will go search for a 1 or 0. I'll find Skull Clamp, put it on the battlefield. I know, it's a big shocker there. I will play Woodland Cemetery for turn. Comes in untapped because I control this beautiful commercial district. And then tap 4, use this. Tap this, I'm gonna pay 2 life. Cast, hard cast Pyrokinesis, doing 4 damage to any number of target creatures. Target 2 and 2.
Okay, so both of them will die, and Felden, I will exile the top 2 cards of my library until the end of my next turn. I can play one of them, and they'll both, I guess, be revealed since it doesn't say face down. Slicer and Stomping Ground. I think I'll keep Slicer around.
Cool. Alright, move to combat.
Yep. This is now the battlefield.
I will swing Broadside Bombardiers and Slimefoot and Squee. Attack trigger. Make the Sapperling. Moving to blocks, I will sack the Sapperling to the Boast ability, shooting you for 2.
Yep, and you got it.
And there's 5. Time for the last round. Garrett's opening hand consists of Iganjo, Seat of the Empire, White Plume Adventurer, Snow-Covered Plains, Sundown Pass, Yoshimaru, Hound of Konda, Pyrokinesis, and Theoden, King of Rohan. Dawson had to go down to 6 cards. He's keeping Llanowar Elves, Lithomantic Barrage, Skull Clamp, Raucous Theater, Snow-Covered Swamp, and Badlands. Let round 3 begin. Start off by playing a Raucous Theater tapped, and I'm going to surveil one. Sadly, I'm going to bin the Undermountain Adventurer base.
Draw. I will go with a snow-covered plain into Yoshi and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Play a Badlands. And then I'm going to tap 1 for a Skull Clamp. Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will go. I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation. Ministerth. Or Tirith. Still don't think that's right, but 1/1 counter on Yoshi. I will then tap 1 for a Skrill Defector Might. Trigger Yoshi.
Yes.
Tap 1 for an Yoshimaru, Hound of Konda. Trigger Yoshi. Go to combat and swing Yoshi for 4.
Take 4.
And I pass the turn there.
Untap. Play a swamp. Going to tap 3 for a Broadside Bombardiers. That is haste and boast, sacrificing a creature or artifact. Broadside Bombardiers deals damage equal to 2 plus its sacrifice permanent's mana value to any target. And then going to exile Simian Spirit Guide for red. I'm going to Lithomantic Barrage. Yoshimaru.
Yeah, I gotta swing in. That's fair. Before Skrill is online.
And I'll pass. Gotta hold the board off just a little bit.
Draw. I'll go Sundown Pass. I think what I'm gonna do here is just go 1 and I'll cast Chain Lightning targeting the Broadside Bombardiers.
That's good.
And then I will go to combat and swing at you for 3.
Take 3.
Pass the turn.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Not a land we're looking for at all. Because it's not a land. I will play Squee, Dubious Monarch.
He do be dubious.
Yes, and then I will swing at you for 2. On attack trigger, I will make a Goblin swinging in. So 3 total.
I'll take 3.
Perfect. And then I'll pass to you, sadly.
Draw. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to tap 3 and recast Yoshi.
Yep.
Then I'm going to play an Ganjo, Seat of the Empire for turn, trigger Yoshi. I'm going to tap that to cast a Shadow Spear to trigger Yoshi. And then I'm just going to swing at you with Yoshimaru for 2.
Take 2.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Sadly, I have to pay 1 to Skull Clamp Goblin. It will die. It will draw 2 cards. 1, 2. I will pay 1 black to Swamp Cycle the Troll of Khazad Dûn. Going to find a Bayou and put it in my hand. I'm then going to play the Bayou for turn. I tap the Bayou for a Llanowar Elves. And then I'm actually just going to pass the turn there.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. I am going to exile Magus of the Moon to cast Pyrokinesis for its alternate casting cost.
Yes.
I'll have 3 damage go to Squee and 1 go to Llanowar Elves.
You'll both die.
Love to see it. I'll go 1 red and a white. And cast Theoden. His ETB, he'll target Yoshimaru. Yoshimaru will also have a trigger, putting a 1/1 counter on Yoshimaru. I will then move to equip Yoshimaru, or I cannot, I'm 1 mana short. That is okay though. So he has double strike now. I will go to combat and swing all 3 of these at you, which will be game.
Yep. Good game.
Yeah, GG.
Congrats to Garrett on taking home the victory with a 2-1 decision. See you next week for more Saturday Night Pit Fight.